We did it, guys. Yes. We beat the Cincinnati Reds 6-5 to avoid the sweep in the last game of the series, guys. Madison Bumgarner got the start in this one, and in the first inning, he did not get off to a very good start. Gave up 2 runs in the first inning, but then after that, after the second inning on, pretty much, Madison Bumgarner was locked in. The stuff was electric, and, he's just been continuing this excellent performance that he's been on back-to-back starts. And really over like now 3 to 4 plus starts now that Bumgarner has been doing this. And so, it was a nice bounce back for him. He wound up going 6 innings, guys, on the day. He gave up 8 hits, of course, allowed the 2 runs, and gave up no walks with 7 strikeouts. And so, he gave up 2 earned, I should say. Gave up 4 runs on the game, but essentially the Giants, what they showed in this game, guys, is they showed a lot of heart and coming back. They came back 3 times in this one. After they were down 2-0 in the first inning, Pablo Sandoval came up, the Panda, guys, Panda Power. He went opposite field in the first inning and really got the Giants crowd electric, got them amped up on Mother's Day. Oh yeah, wanted to say happy Mother's Day out there to all the mothers. But yeah, it was a great game, guys, on the comebacks. And then after falling behind 4-2, Brandon Belt comes up, guys, with a pinch hit home run to tie the game at 4. And of course, Brandon Belt had some knee soreness going, so he had been missing the last 2 games, which is what led to Pablo Sandoval, Panda Power, guys, starting at first base. And Bruce Bochy had an interesting comment after the game, guys. He talked about that the thing with Pablo is he can be on the bench, and then all of a sudden, when he's asked to come up, pinch hit or do whatever he does, he's still scary. And usually with guys coming off the bench, they need consistent playing time to get, good at bats going and those kind of things. But I mean, you look at Pablo, every time he's coming up there, he's ready to go. He's amped up, and really he's been catapulting the energy, I think, of this club, guys, right now. And so as always, Pablo is being Pablo, and it's just a really awesome comeback story with Pablo. And so it's just been phenomenal. So guys, after getting the score tied 4-4, Tony Watson came in the top of the 8th inning and wound up giving up a run there. Giants had the bases loaded with nobody. The Reds had the bases loaded with nobody out in that top of the 8th inning, and the Giants bullpen wound up only giving up the 1 run. So that was pretty good to hold the score to 5-4. And then the bottom of the 8th, guys, the rally started with the Evan Longoria single, and then followed by Pablo Sandoval's 3rd hit of the game. And so Pablo went 3 for 4, guys, and he has been the money guy lately. He's just been electrified, scored 2 runs and had 2 RBIs, so he got the double. And then the tying run wound up scoring on a Mac Williamson ground out to the shortstop. The shortstop probably could have had a good chance to get him out at home, but they elected to go to first to get the out. And then the go-ahead run, guys. The go-ahead run came off the bat of Kevin Pillar. What more can you say about Superman, guys? Coming up clutch again with a big 2-out RBI single to score Pablo. And he had a nifty slide, guys, around home plate to, get the tag, or to avoid the tag, and to give the Giants the 6-5 lead in that one. And then in comes Will Smitty, guys. Will Smith coming in to shut the door. Legit, shut that door. There is nothing coming from the Reds, guys. And he came up big because he got Joey Votto out, and he got the hot-hitting Eugenio Suarez, who has been, a thorn in the Giants, behinds, essentially. And, so, man, what a game this was. What a big win, for this team. And good, because you carry this into an off day tomorrow, before the next series is going to be coming with the Blue Jays. And so, just absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, guys, Bruce Bochy absolutely praised the offense after the game for the, 3 comebacks, and gave, of course, special praise to Pablo. Like I was saying about how he's coming off the bench, he's ready, he's scary, dangerous when he's up there. And so, just absolutely phenomenal. Steven Duggar, guys, continuing to build on, just the excellent play coming from him. His hitting is just getting better and better. He had doubled in that first inning before Pablo Sandoval hit the home run that led to the 2-2 tie at that time. So, guys, something wanting to get into at this point in the Giants season. They are currently 17-23. And the storyline of the Giants season is, a lot of those wins have been come from behind wins this year. And, that shows a lot of grit, a lot of heart out of your team. So, I think being 17-23, it doesn't feel so bad because of the heart that we showed, the fight that we've been able to show, like coming back down deficits like 8 runs. I mean, before it's like, I can remember back in the day, I would just turn a game off if it was like 8-0 or 7-0. Like now, like I just watch all the way through because I always keep the faith and the belief that, the Giants can come back. And, I think it really is true that, like, there's some kind of positive energy that you can kind of create somehow that can, almost essentially help in a way, like help your team. So, it's always good, I think, to keep the positive vibes rolling. So, yeah, guys, we are at the 17-23 mark, not where we wanted to be at this point in the season. And so, a lot of come from behind wins, but it's been like that because the starters have allowed so many runs this year. Like, we've allowed so many runs on the starting pitching. Like, I cannot believe, like, the script has been absolutely flipped from basically 2018 because our pitching was absolutely electric and our hitting was just, flat. Now, a month into the year, this year, our hitting wasn't so good, but really this last road trip, the hitting really picked up with, like, the big games in Colorado, big games in Cincinnati. Of course, those are all hitter-friendly parks, but the offense has been really turning it up lately, like, and now the pitching's been the big concern. And also the Giants have not been able to hit well in the beginning stages of the game, so that hasn't helped in terms of like trying to help your starters because basically they're never really pitching with any kind of comfortable feeling because like there's no runs on the board, or maybe they're squeezing because their pitches because like they feel like they have to be really pinpoint because they can't give up 1 run or 2 runs because the offense is not scoring early and they don't want to fall behind. And so it's going to be interesting moving forward in the season, guys. I really comment down below. I'd love to hear your opinions, perspectives on what do you guys think, what's going to happen moving forward in the Giants season. Is the pitching going to pick it up? Because like right now, really there's only 2 main guys in the rotation that are mainstays right now, with Bumgarner pitching well and then Jeff Samardzija. And so now Drew Pomeranz, of course, he went on the injured list with the lat issue, but he has not gotten off to the best of starts. I think has an ERA in like the 5 or 6s for him. And then, of course, the move with Derek Holland, he's moving to the bullpen now. And so today, guys, he came out with some other comments. Like I was saying in my last video, he had some things to say about the Giants organization and like about how basically, things have been kind of rubbing players the wrong way because of how many players they've been moving out, like outfielders. Like Gerardo Parra, guys, we let him go, and like he ended up with the Nationals, and like just yesterday he hit a grand slam against the Dodgers. So good that he hit it against the Dodgers, but I really liked Gerardo Parra, and like of course when we see the Nationals again, he's probably gonna be one of those guys that's gonna burn us. But I guess it's nothing new because we've seen him with the Colorado and Arizona, and it's just weird. Like we had him for a month, and like now he's already, gone on to, gone on to another team. So, guys, big, important breaking news. Okay? We're going to get into some comments from the baseball President of Baseball Operations, Farhan Zaidi. Yes, guys, Farhan Zaidi. Okay, so we are going to talk about some of the things I'm going to read, the quote from Farhan Zaidi. I think it's important to communicate one-on-one with players who are involved in those transactions, and that's always the priority. I've never really thought it was appropriate to go to other players and say, hey, we're making this move with this teammate of yours. You tell the player the word and gets out, and it gives the player the option to talk to his teammates about it. So I think what Farhan Zaidi is basically, essentially, if we're going to break this quote down, essentially, is that what he's trying to say is, like, he feels like with the players, basically, you know, it's not really appropriate to go to other guys, like, on the team, like, check in with other players on the team and, like, say, hey, like, you know, we're going to move this guy who's, you know, a teammate of yours. And so it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, a business is a business, and, you know, you need results and those kind of things. And, like, I think players have to be accepting of the fact that, like, sometimes guys that are your teammates are going to get filtered out. And, like, it's unfortunate at times because, like, you really build bonds with your teammates because, like, you're going through the season, like, every day, and you spend, like, so much of your time, like, with them. So it's like you're almost, like, with them more than you're, like, almost with your own family in a way, because, like, athletes, you know, professional athletes, like, put so much time and effort into their bodies, like, to get them up to the level of you know, competition and, you know, contact and those kind of things. And they got to ramp it up year after year because, like, as they get older, you know, like, they're not getting any younger. So basically, you know, they just have to keep continuing to work. And so, you know, basically what happens essentially is, like, when a guy is released, you know, he has the option then to go to his teammates and talk about it. And, like, again, that can rub players in the organization the wrong way, because then maybe guys feel like there is no security and maybe they feel like they can't trust the front office. But I think Bruce Bochy and Farhan Zaidi, you know, they have kind of made it clear that it's an open door policy with the Giants. And, like, you know, if there's ever any concerns, like, people can come up with them. And, like, Zaidi did mention something about, like, maybe he needs to spend a bit more time, like, around the team and or in, like, the clubhouse more. Maybe that's, like, before or after games. But you know, I think it's good that he probably will, you know, definitely take into consideration all of this, and then we will see how it's going to continue moving forward, you know, as the season is going to continue to move on. So, guys, we are going to look ahead to the future, to the San Francisco Giants' next game, guys, in the season. We are going to be, the Toronto Blue Jays are coming to Oracle Park. And the matchup, we are going to be sending Tyler Beede to the hill. He's making his second start of the season, guys. He did not fare well in his season debut in Cincinnati against the Reds, where he went 2 1/3 innings and had given up 8 runs. The Giants will be up against Trent Thornton, guys, of the Blue Jays with an 0-4 record, the 5.06 ERA, 39 strikeouts on the season. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button and comment down below. I'd love to hear your opinion, your perspective on the San Francisco Giants and everything Giants. You know, how do you feel about everything that's going on and how the season's going? So I would love to hear you guys. Until next time, I will see you again. Thanks for watching and have a great day.